Fernandes. Was it a red card, straight red, or?
Not for me. That is a shambles. That is not a red card.
You should be entertained. Are you not entertained?
Boy, Cole Palmer, man. It's chilly outside.
How did he not start in the Euros?
This is Man United's second home defeat in the Premier League in a row, 3-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
that's your boy. That's your guy. That's why.
Hey, listen,
His biggest fan.
2 finals, mate.
If you're Erik ten Hag and you're not changing the way you play because you're stubborn, you're going to lose your job, mate.
One of the biggest clubs in the world, and it's just embarrassing. I think that he's better than Foden. What do you guys reckon?
Everybody went silent. What's happened, man? It's the end
No.
It's over, man.
Look, Man United will listen. Man United will get it right. I'm 1,000%
It's
sure.
over. And we're back with another episode of the On The Bench podcast. I am your host, Jay Dan. It's episode 28. And on the bench today, I got with me.
Had to be me first, didn't it?
The Man United man. They got smacked up. He come in the studio angry today. Angry emoji. He was angry. How you doing, Frank?
Not good, mate. Not good. It's been a tough 24 hours, man.
And also on the bench today, we got Mr. Arsenal man, my boy, Arsenal man, Mr. Marco Mark, part of the half-timers.
Always a pleasure to be here. Hope you're okay, Frank.
We'll find out. We'll find out later.
And also we're delighted to have a Brentford fan on today. His name's Ryan. We're going to get into the Brentford game later. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good, thank you.
Good,
Pleasure to make my debut.
Yeah, man. Pleasure to have you on, man. And also apologies for last week was a bit Arsenal heavy. So we're going to try and get other clubs in and not be so goonified.
Yeah, you should apologise for that, to be honest.
I promise this is not an Arsenal podcast. I know last week may have seemed that way, but we're here for the whole Prem. We're here for football, for the beautiful game. It's not just about Arsenal.
Yeah, all right, we're going to not be so Arsenal heavy. So we're going to jump straight into the Man United Tottenham game.
Hit it.
Oh, my God. What are you doing? You're looking at it.
Yeah.
Frank, the teenage witch.
Telekinesis.
What have you done? What have you done to the machine?
It's back. Yeah, so anyway, Bruno Fernandes, the yellow card. We're going to jump into that. Was it a red card, straight red, or?
I'll ask you boys first. What do you lot think? Because I know what I think. What do you guys think?
Not
Red
for
card?
me. That is a shambles. That is not a red card.
Thank you very much.
I don't even think we need to debate it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I think it was a yellow.
Very harsh.
I think, fair enough, a ref can give it in the moment, but then VAR should overturn that. Quite as simple as that.
I can't believe VAR have not overturned that red card, because the thing is, I don't even think it was cynical. It wasn't dirty, if that makes sense, because he slipped. He's obviously going to try and stop him from running through. He's going to try and take him out, but not take him out like high on his knee or whatever. He's just going to try and stop him because he slipped. He's still stuck his foot out and he's caught him with the back of his heel onto his shin pad. That's what shin pads are there for. You're not going to get injured. I mean, look, Maddison's gone down like he's been shot, but fair enough. He got up afterwards and he went up to Bruno and said it wasn't even a red card. Bruno said that himself. And how VAR not intervened and not sort of rescinded the red and brought it down to a yellow, I'm shocked. And we need to appeal that as well.
I feel like VAR barely ever change anything.
Yeah, they don't. They need to get more, especially for something that obvious, that blatant. Every single person that saw it, Spurs fans, United fans, other fans, said it's not a red card. The only thing I will say is, I'm not making excuses, because yesterday wasn't good enough. Even before we went down to 10 men, it was shocking from United. Bruno was poor. The whole team was poor, really, to be fair. The only player yesterday that can come out of any credit, in my opinion, was probably Andre Onana, because he made 3 one-on-one saves. And without him, we would have probably lost 5-6-0. And if Timo Werner could finish, he would have had a hat-trick. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, there was 2 really bad misses from Werner. What is the point in Werner? He gets in such good positions. Great runner of the ball.
He's got
very fast.
He used to score a lot for Leipzig. I don't know.
Different league, innit?
Yeah, but it's a long time ago.
Get the chances and bury them.
Yeah.
A lot of players, they do that in different leagues. It's like this French league. Lacazette come top goal scorer. Giroud top goal scorer. We're thinking, yeah.
The only thing I'll say is,
hey, don't put Giroud in the same bracket as Werner. Giroud's one of the. No, but I mean, Giroud snaked us.
That's what it is, isn't it?
No, Giroud snaked us. I'll never forget when he was on the bus. He's like, "Thank you, Arsenal, with the Europa League
This ain't an Arsenal podcast, by the way. But yeah, we need to start hitting the blue button for you lot now, innit? I'm joking. No, but bear in mind, Son was suspended yesterday. Yeah. Now imagine that was Son in Werner's position instead. Imagine what would have happened to us yesterday. You know what I mean?
Over.
I don't know what Dalot was doing for the first goal. He was about 30 yards behind. But again, I look at it, is that an individual player problem or is that a tactics problem? Because obviously it's Erik ten Hag who's saying push forward to the fullbacks and invert. You've got defenders at the back, Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt, who are very good defenders, but they don't have blistering pace. They're not Gabriel, they're not William Saliba. These sort of defenders they're quick, they're fast, they've got recovery pace. We don't have that. You've got Manu Ugarte making his debut. You've got Casemiro who can't run. Obviously, he didn't start yesterday, but this is for me. It's becoming tactics now because Arne Slot. Look, this is Man United's second home defeat in the Premier League in a row, 3-0. You know what I mean? At Old Trafford. Arne Slot came out after Liverpool beat us 3-0 and said, this is what we've done, this is how we played. Their fullbacks push up high. If you can press them high, which Spurs do, you got them on lock. And that's exactly what happened, 2 games in a row. So if you're Erik ten Hag and you're not changing the way you play because you're stubborn, you're going to lose your job, mate. End of. You're going to lose your job. And you're lucky that you're still in the job, to be fair. But if things carry on against Porto away and Villa away, which they probably will,
but his record in Europe is absolutely shocking, so they're not going to improve at Porto away. You're going to get absolutely spanked there.
He's going to get sacked, man. Yes, he's got it.
Well, the worst thing about Porto is they're struggling themselves. I mean, I think they're second in the league, but they're in a bit of a transition themselves. They've just got a new president, Andre Villas-Boas. I'm sure you guys remember him. He's now the Porto president. And they're in a bit of a transition themselves. So they're not exactly elite at the moment in Portugal. It's all sport in Lisbon.
Make it even worse when we lose, when they beat you.
This is what I'm saying.
Is kind of written in the stars. But we were talking about before the show that it's not, from a financial point of view, do you want to go into that a little bit more detail? Like that, it's not just straightforward. That's why they didn't get, because the decision was made to get rid of him, and then they've started the new season with him. So could you just explain to us like why that was because of the PSR rules? So
it's quite complicated, really. But basically, when Ineos came in, they obviously done a whole sort of review of everything at the club from top to bottom. That's why you saw so many different people behind the scenes losing their jobs and getting replaced and everything. Obviously, the manager was the last one that they done. I think it was sometime in May. They had a review. And they decided after that to change managers, hence why they started interviewing different managers, i.e. Thomas Tuchel, Roberto De Zerbi, Kieran McKenna, Pochettino. But for one reason or another, they couldn't agree on any manager at that time, whether it was financials, whether it was tactical. So they stuck with Ten Hag. And technically speaking, they didn't actually give him a new contract. What they did was they triggered the 1 year he had on his contract.
Oh, so it was like a 1 year extension?
It was a 1 year extension, which he had in his contract anyway. So what
he said that a few years though.
No, he had another season, which was this season, and then they've triggered next season as well. Okay. So that's all they've done, really. They only triggered the contract. So everyone thinks they've given him a new contract. They haven't. They've triggered the contract. Now, a lot of it came from pressure from winning the FA Cup. When he won the FA Cup, obviously there was a lot of the fans were saying, "Oh, keep him." It was
a boost.
Yeah, but my issue with that is when we played Crystal Palace a couple of weeks before that, when we got slapped 4-0, most of the fans were saying Ten Hag out. So you can't listen to the fans. We're not paid 6-figure, 7-figure sums to make these decisions. You guys are. So you guys have to make the right decisions for the future of the club, not based on emotion.
Yeah, I think it's hard to like ignore the temperature of the fan base.
I understand that. The only other thing that I'll say in favour of Ineos is after United won the FA Cup and we qualified for the Europa League, it made it harder to sack Ten Hag financially because it would have cost more money to sack him then. And now I'm reading reports that to sack him is going to cost us 17.5 million. It's a lot of money.
Would you say the FA Cup was just like paint over the cracks?
100%. 110%.
Bit mad though, like back-to-back FA Cups.
Well, it was the League Cup, wasn't it, the year before?
Oh, it was the League Cup,
the Carabao Cup, then the FA Cup.
Against Man City, that's, I know, obviously, mad inconsistent in the league, useless in Europe, but to win an FA Cup against Man City
in the final,
it's huge.
Well, I mean, you look at it on that side, it's a glass half empty, half full. We should have lost against Coventry in the semi-final.
Yeah,
we were Aaron Bissaka toenail away from losing in the semi-final when we were 3-0 up and cruising.
I was about to blue button you there.
How's that game?
For what?
The Coventry game is a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, but I mean, look, for me, teams are judged on league, your consistency. Any team can win a cup. Over the years, look how many teams have won cups. Leicester City, Wigan Athletic. You know what I mean? You've had so many teams that can win a trophy.
Was it Brentford?
Birmingham City against Arsenal in the final. Did Bradford? No, I don't think it was Bradford. No, but you can do it. Yeah, Wigan got relegated and won the FA Cup in the same season. Do you know what I mean?
We need to get into the game. We're getting carried away. You see, he's gone mental. All right, cool. The goals. Van der Ven done a great run.
That's crazy.
Good goal, man. Brendan Johnson's 4 in 4 as well.
He's doing that to me now, isn't he? He's doing that to me now.
Silencing his haters, man. He's doing well. What do you think about the game anyway?
Me, so
Yeah.
I thought it was typical United. You know, I think they've got the base there, but they're not creating anything. Like it's just stale. It's just stale.
Yeah.
Like no one seems to want to play for each other. And then the first goal, I don't know who you thought was kind of at fault, but like see Rashford had the ball, and then Garnacho didn't like. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, there was a mix up between Rashford and Garnacho. Yeah.
And then Rashford kind of would you say he kind of stepped out of the way of it? Could he have got intervened there?
You know what? I don't know. It's a miscommunication between both of them. It's just,
and then, Van der Ven, obviously, what a run.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
1-0,
Good goal.
And then after that, 2-0. You had the Xerxes chance. What was that, 1-0? One with the left foot, he's off balance. Vicario saved it.
Oh, okay. I think that was at
that
1-0.
1-0?
Yeah, I think that was at 1-0.
See, that goes in. It's a different, do you know what I mean?
Well,
But
yeah, I agree. And again, look, I don't want to make excuses. I don't. But in Premier League football, anything can change. I remember Liverpool last season were all over us in the FA Cup. And then, in the league, sorry. And then Bruno Fernandes scored from the halfway line. Just changed the whole complexion of the game. They were all over us. So it could have been the same yesterday. If Bruno Fernandes stays on and we go and nick a goal from somewhere.
of course, it's at Old Trafford.
It's at Old Trafford. It's a different game. But again...
Once it was 10 men, it's back to the walls, man. There's like near enough no chance.
And to be fair, the second goal from Kulusevski, what a quality finish, man.
Yeah,
He tucked that away so well.
It's just boring, mate. Like it's just the same old.
What,
Like,
United, do you mean?
yeah, it's just like how is this going on for
can't
so
believe you
long?
kept him.
Like
Honestly,
it's
I
just
can't believe you
a
kept him
rot.
after last season.
It's a rot at the
I get
club.
it, FA Cup, you want, but I just can't believe you kept him.
Yeah.
Like after that, you're looking at the season. Like
You're the biggest club in the country, and like what?
Was the biggest.
I think
No,
you can
you
attract-
are like
you can attract-
as a brand, you are the biggest club in the country, one of
yeah.
the biggest clubs in the world, and it's just embarrassing. It's just like this needs to stop. Like it's just, it's a bad rep for English
They've
football.
changed managers. I don't know what else.
I've seen this movie before,
I
man.
don't know what else there is to do.
Yeah.
What is it? Like, what is it? I don't know.
It's over.
You keep him. You got to stick with
End
him.
of it. It's the end
No.
of it. It's over, man.
Look, Man
It's fake.
United
You gotta
will
face the
listen.
facts, Frank. It's
Man
over.
United will get it right. I'm 1,000% sure.
over.
Of that. It's only a matter of time, especially when you've got the certain people that you've brought in. You've brought these people in, which is what I said to you guys a couple of weeks ago. Stop smiling.
It's over.
I said to you guys a couple of
You
weeks
gotta
ago.
face
How
it.
can we
What
not
you do
smile?
is
Like,
you
we've
weed out.
been
You
through
said it was
this.
boring. You should be entertained. Are you not entertained?
No, it's kind of just like it's just boring. Like just hearing the same stuff week in week out. It's just Man United are pathetic these days.
Yeah, we are. I agree. It's
And it's just
embarrassing.
like-
How do you think we feel, mate? How do you think we feel? You're calling us pathetic. How do you think we feel as United fans? Well, I've grown up seeing my team successful, winning absolutely everything, competing. What was the saying? If you finish above United, you win the league. That was the saying. And now look at us. You know what I mean? We're like, we're scraping 8th. We're 12th position now. Sat there, minus goal difference again. No cohesion. Team don't look right. Managers are laughing stock. You know what I mean? The fans are sitting in the stadium after the game for 15, 20 minutes, sitting there, rain pouring down. When it rains, it pours.
Literally,
This is
at
what's
Old
happening, man. This is
Trafford.
my club. My club's a shame.
This has
It's
been
a
going on
shambles
for
at the moment.
11 years. Ferguson left 11 years ago.
Yeah, I know this, mate. I know this. And do you want to hear something really, really depressing? I saw a little podcast today on the Mikel podcast with Patrice Evra. Said that just before Fergie left, he was going to sign Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo in 2013. Yeah, it was pretty much 99% done. Well, Ronaldo was 99% done. He was coming back, and then Fergie left, and the rest is history. That makes me sick to my stomach, man. Sick to my absolute stomach.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the same would have ended up happening, anyway, eventually. Once Ferguson, it's just such a vacuum. Once someone of that stature leaves, we had it at Arsenal, and it took a long time for us to get back to where we were. And you're just in that. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, but you are making the right steps as a club. It's a slow process, but the step you need to be making today is get rid of Ten Hag and getting someone decent in, someone solid.
So that's the question. Obviously, I'm the United fan, and you guys aren't, but. Who would you guys bring in? If you were Man United, who would you bring in? Which manager would you bring in?
Well, you said, Tuchel's the most obvious answer, but you said that they couldn't agree on sort of philosophy about the control.
That might change now.
I think they like Potter, innit, Ineos?
Potter's Thomas Frank, your guy.
Frank, yeah. I don't think
We'll come to that. Yeah, we'll come to that.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'll word on Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank.
Yeah, I don't think Frank.
I don't think Potter would be good either. I think you lot are in a bad way, bro. It's deeper than the manager. They're in a bad way. I don't think no one.
The squad's a mess.
Do you know what? I'm laughing because I want to cry. If you don't laugh, you cry, man. I swear. That's why I'm laughing. I'm just like, I'm in.
We would like to see you
utter
cry.
despair right now. I swear. I've seen this movie before, man.
But the squad is a complete mess. I mean, look at Arsenal. So Arteta's been there, since 2019. And I think this summer was the summer where he finally got rid of that last dead wood. We've pretty much done the job now. So that's 5 years it's taken to clear out all these people on huge wages, just leeching off the club. And your problem is much worse than ours. So you've got some people, some big names there that are well past it, huge contracts. I mean, yeah, it's a mess.
Speaking of wages, I think you lot's front four that started that the Tottenham games, £800,000 in wages.
Yeah, I can believe
Chelsea's front four for the Brighton game was 400,000 in total.
Yeah, but Chelsea spent a lot of money as well.
No, but the wages they're paying their players.
But hold on, it's half, but it's on longer contracts.
Yeah, but it's still half.
So you're paying 200k a week or 100k a week on 8 years rather than 200k a week on 4 years. So
yeah, no, but it's still,
essentially it's the same thing.
You got to look at it. It's bad business, man. Okay. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna jump into the Brentford segment. Brentford scored again. What's that? 3 in a row. Goal went under a minute. Bruno scored 2. Well, he scored 2 of those, and then Whistle scored 1 as well. Yeah.
Against City, I think it was. Yeah,
bit of a pointless record.
Probably the worst team to do it. Yeah, we didn't even win any of the games. So. I feel like we done it against City. Yeah. That's the worst thing you can do. That Haaland scored a double, 2-1. Then you do it again against Tottenham away. Pressure's on you now. You think about what happened last week. Mm-hmm. You're thinking, same. Like, do you know what I mean? The players probably felt the pressure. 2-1 again. And then, I thought when we done it against West Ham, I thought we beat them. West Ham ain't
What minute did they score in West Ham? Was it quite late? Souček scored.
Was near the end of the first half.
Oh, okay. I thought it was in the second half. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, and then we were alright first half. Second half we were just stale. So, but that's what happens when you score early. Sometimes because you should think it's a good thing, but I don't know. With us,
it can be a bad thing, I suppose, because teams react to it.
Yeah, I'd rather we do it the other way around. Just score in the last minute, 1-0, boom. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, defo. You wake up the fans, the opposition fans, and they're like, right, let's get behind our team. And obviously, there's plenty of time to get back into the game. So yeah, a bit of a pointless record, and obviously a bit of a worry for you. Yeah. You've only won the first game of the season against Southampton.
Palace and Southampton.
Oh, you got 2 wins.
2 home games. Yeah. 2 home games, but our away games have been Liverpool, City, Tottenham.
Oh, fairs.
So
yeah.
But we're not good away anyway. So
okay.
Yeah, but you've got 3 of the hardest away games out of the way already.
2, drawn 1, lost 3. So it's not too bad. And we played couple of the big ones.
Yeah,
already, so.
away as well.
City, Liverpool, we're not winning them. Even though we beat City before at Etihad.
Yeah, you did. You done a double over them, didn't you, that season?
Double, yeah. We're the last team to beat them at Etihad in the league.
Swear.
What season was that? 22, 23?
The season before last.
Ago.
Yeah, season before
One
last.
where Toney scored 20.
Yeah.
That was a good season.
How do you feel about him going to Saudi?
I think it's a no-brainer for him. He's probably 20 times his wages.
Yeah.
Untaxed. He's going to be a star out there living, do you know what I mean, Saudi. It's probably a crazy lifestyle.
What's he on a week? You're getting ridiculous, man.
400k.
A week.
100 bags of no tax.
Untaxed.
Tony, come sponsor us, boy.
It's the equivalent of earning $1 million a week here after tax.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
That is wild.
I do think if someone had come in for him properly, like a Chelsea, United, I think he would have gone there. But I think this was kind of the only concrete offer.
Oh, what? No one actually came in for him?
I don't think so.
No, I think they might have, but they weren't offering what Saudi were offering.
Yeah.
Obviously not.
Yeah, 40. We got 40 million for him, no?
We got 43.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah,
like that.
I think Chelsea and that wanted to be 25 mil. Yeah, which is.
You know what's crazy? If he never got his ban, the summer, I reckon he would have gone
70, 80 million. Yeah, I agree.
Honestly,
yeah, I agree.
After that 20 goal
slowed
season,
him up.
Yeah,
after that 20 goal season, he had 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah, you would have got a lot of money for him. Yeah,
we would have got money for him, man. But it is what it is. What can you do?
Yeah, I mean, my argument with the Saudi going to Saudi is that you can do it later on in your career, like play at the top teams in Europe for as long as you can, and the Saudis, if you're a big enough name, they'll still come in for you. But I suppose as a player, you're like, will I ever get this offer again? So I do hear that. But
he was still on the same contract that we signed him in the Championship.
Oh, swear.
Yeah.
Well, how much was he getting a week? How much was he getting every week?
So I've read about 30k a week. He was on.
He was on what?
30k. So you've gone from 30k a week to 400k a week.
He's living right now.
No one's saying no to that.
I'm out.
We never renewed. We never extended. We never obviously.
I'm out.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Fair play to him, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Peterborough to us, a few years, and then boom, Saudi, 400k.
Let me ask you a question. How did you feel about Toney when he came up from his ban? Was you happy with his performances on that? Or I thought he was playing dead. Man. But
He
let me hear your
so do you know what happened? So listen, I'm Tony's biggest fan. Like, I love Tony. He came back. He scored in the first game. He scored against Forest, the free kick.
Okay, yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
And then, so I think it was a couple games later. We were playing Brighton at home.
Yeah.
He was starting, whatever. And right before kickoff, we tweeted, we were like, Tony's injured, he ain't playing. Mbeumo's coming in. I think Mbeumo was just coming back from injury. Next thing you know, Tony's starting. Mbeumo was on the bench. So we forced him to play that game.
Okay.
But honestly, he was playing with one leg.
Yeah.
And then I think from that, it got worse and worse. But we kept starting him. I think we were pushing him for the England squad.
Okay.
So I think we had a thing where we were trying to push him to make the squad. And then that's why I feel like he was not 100%.
Oh, so he was... Oh, okay, makes sense. So I was thinking, he's come back from injury, he should be hungry. He should be looking for a big transfer in the next window, and he was very quiet, man.
I definitely think he was not 100% fit.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Should we move on to the questions?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now, yeah. So anyway, how did you come about supporting Brentford anyway? Like, what's your support?
So I grew up, obviously I didn't grow up as a Brentford fan. No one, I'm the first in my family to be a Brentford fan. My dad's a United fan. So
One second, wait. Pause.
Big man. Yeah,
you may continue.
Yeah, my old man's a United fan.
Okay.
So obviously I grew up as a United fan. You know, he took me to a lot of games. We went like Millennium Stadium when Wembley was under construction, FA Cup finals, all of that. I was actually at the United Liverpool game, Berbatov hat-trick.
Oh, the 3-2, yeah.
Nice. That's like a memorable game.
So where's the transition? Like,
So, all right, so I was about 12, 13.
When did you transition, mate?
Transformers.
Exclusive for everyone. So I started going to Brentford games like when I was in like year 7, when I could start going out. So I remember I went a few times with my football team like when I was young. So started going £1 a ticket at the door, 65 bus straight from Ealing, so it was easy.
Yeah.
And the first season that I started going, we were in League 2. And I was going for fun, me and a few mates, and we actually got promoted that season from League 2 to League 1, won the league. Last game of the season, pitch invasion, like meeting all the players. Like I've never experienced that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's
chilling
wild.
with the players and just be like, And on that same day, so last game of the season, we were playing Luton, and they got relegated to the conference.
Yeah.
That day, which is mad. And you think about it, last season we were both in the Prem. And yeah, man. Since then, the season after, I got a season ticket. And then, ever since then, it was just bees, like Brentford.
Swear down.
It's like opposite of glory hunting.
How do you feel about that, Frank? He said, F your team, I'm out.
And I went,
How does your dad feel about that? That's what I want to know.
Transitions at the right time.
Is Frank your dad?
At the right time. Yeah, the right
the
time.
perfect time.
Saved himself a lot of heartache, to be fair.
Honestly, I had a little Fergie run and I was gone.
Wow.
And then we came up to the Prem, like, it's crazy.
I was going to say, you've probably answered the question yourself now, but so far, as a Brentford fan, what is your favourite memory of being a fan?
What, one memory?
What, like one standout memory that will live with you forever now as a Brentford fan?
I think, I think like in general, I don't know why, maybe how old I was 18. It was just an amazing time when we went up from League 1 to the Championship. I don't know what it was. We'd won the league. We'd like got promoted with a few games left. It was just like with Colchester away, 4-1 down, and we're just all having a party. Do you know what I mean? It was just nice.
Yeah, wild.
That I'd say more recent times. I'd say Man City away, beating them was amazing.
Were you at a game? Yeah. Oh,
there,
nice.
Tony last minute.
Yeah.
Chelsea away, we always beat them like 4. We beat them 4.
Yeah, you slapped them a couple of times, haven't you?
At home, the Arsenal game, first game of the season. Remember the first?
Yeah.
we beat
First game of the Prem.
That was a crazy atmosphere.
Well, we beat us.
Friday night.
Yeah.
First,
Do you know I was watching that? I watched that in the Tottenham. I went up to the Tottenham pub. I ain't been there before.
You had a few injuries that game, didn't you? I remember.
Oh,
yeah,
man. That's why I don't.
That's
That's why I ain't
Pablo
been there
Mori.
since. Yeah, go on.
Pablo Mori, Balogun was playing. Smith
Wow,
Rowe, so it
damn.
was quite a weak Arsenal team. But.
That's crazy.
And the United won 4-0 half time.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, let's
That
not talk about
was
that. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, so
No more memories.
so what are your expectations for Brentford this season? What would be a good season? What does a good season look like for you guys?
For me, staying up is always a good season. Always a good season. Like we just want to stay in the
Humble.
Yeah. Obviously, whatever comes is a bonus. So, like, again, the season where Tony scored 20, we came 2 points off Tottenham. That would have been Europa Conference. Like, that would have been crazy for us.
Yeah.
I think if we didn't have so many injuries, we've got 8 injuries right now. I'd say 5, 6 of them are starters. You got Henry, Hickey.
Henry's still out.
Injured. Hickey's still injured. Our new striker that we bought, 35 mil,
Yeah,
injured.
yeah.
Thiago. First pre-season game, scores 2 in the first half, comes off half time. We've got a few others.
Wisser as well, isn't he?
Wisser's done now. So we ain't got pretty much any kind of
that's tough.
any focal point up top. So yeah, it's a bit hard. So I'll take staying up. I think there's like 5 worse teams than us at least. So I think we'll be all right.
I've got another question for you. Who's you lot's biggest rivalry, like derby wise? For the viewers that don't know.
All right. So for me, there's 2. There's QPR and there's Fulham.
QPR.
Okay. Yeah, Fulham, I thought, yeah.
Yeah, Fulham's more of like a history. Like, their fans aren't the crazy.
Yeah,
it's not like a fan rivalry.
Yeah.
It's more like we're local.
Yeah.
QPR is more, their fans are more, I think they've got better fans. They're a bit rowdier. So
They are.
It's a fiercer derby.
Okay.
So for me, I'd say QPR. I love playing QPR, especially their ground. I love their ground. Love
to throw a job
I
in.
do
Yeah.
like it a lot.
The Fulham game's gonna be a big one.
Fulham have started well this season.
They're on
Yeah,
fire.
they've started well.
We got them away Monday night in November.
So
I'm going to that one. That'll be a nice one.
the last question I got. So how highly do you rate Thomas Frank? What would you say are his best traits as a manager, and where do you rank him amongst other top Premier League managers? Or do you rank him as a top Premier League manager?
Okay, Thomas Frank. So he was Dean Smith's assistant.
Yeah, I remember.
So when Dean Smith got the opportunity to go Villa, he's a lifelong Villa fan.
Yeah,
He left.
yeah.
And we kind of, like most Brentford fans knew it would be Thomas Frank coming in because he'd coached before, I think, Brøndby and stuff. So he didn't win a single game in his first 8, I think, and that was in the Championship. And it was kind of like, I was already Frank out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, I can be rash. Like, I can be rash. Especially in the Championship, we already had a good team.
Yeah.
But obviously we were not going to sack him. So obviously now in hindsight, I think he's done a crazy job.
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
Massive.
Especially in the Prem. With all these injuries last season, I think we've held it down so well. And that's all because of him. I rate him. See what it is with him, I can see if he goes to a big club, it's one of them that I don't see him doing as good.
He'll be out of his depth, you reckon?
I think so. I think like this level suits him. The way he sets up, the way I think his best traits are having the team fight for each other.
Okay.
Like if someone if our left back's gone, there'll be 2 guys sprinting there.
Okay.
Dudes getting stuck in.
Yeah, we could use that.
Even Tony, like he's got, Tony's got a massive ego.
Yeah.
When he's on the pitch, if you see it, like he's fighting for the team, running back, tracking back. Some of the times he's like from a corner, he's at the back and he's, do you know what I mean, fighting for it. Man management, very good. I think like bringing in youth, stuff like that. So I think Brentford's a perfect level for him, and I don't know where he'd go. Where's a step up where he'd do well?
Tottenham.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but that's a good shot. I mean, how high do you think? Okay, no disrespect to Brentford, obviously. Brentford's like they're a decent level now, but if he was to sort of step up, how high can he go without being out of his depth?
I'd love to see him get a chance at like one of the top 6.
Okay,
I'd love that. He's very stubborn. Like, do you know what I mean? He's a very stubborn manager, which I think can get fans irritated.
To be fair, I think most managers are. I think most managers are stubborn. It's their way or the highway. Most managers.
Yeah. I can see him. I don't know. I can't say Brighton. I don't think
Everton. Everton would be a good move for him. Bigger club. Bit more of a budget, maybe.
Okay, yeah. That's a good shot,
If West Ham's a good shot.
Yeah.
If Lopetegui, gets
he's under pressure, isn't he? Yeah.
I think they could go in for Frank.
That's a
but
really
I don't
good
think
shot,
Frank would leave us for West Ham. That's the thing.
Fair enough, yeah.
I honestly don't.
Yeah.
Like, what? He loves Brentford.
It's West London as well, isn't it?
Danish players
West
there.
London.
Yeah, he's got his Danish players there. Like,
Yeah.
we got a good little setup going on.
I've got to ask a question before we move on. Just about the stadium. I went to it was Griffin Park. So I went there once for the QPR game. Actually, it was a bit dead. It was a midweek. It was a 0-0, and obviously I've been to the new stadium, but only for a London Irish game. It's a bit harsh that you kicked them out. I don't know why you lot kicked them out. Great samosas there, by the way. But I haven't been there for. We're like, where is the ambition? Like, why do you build a brand new stadium and it's 14,000 seats? Like, do you not hope to be, a bigger fan base one day? Like, is it built in a way that you can add loads of tiers to it? Like, I need to know, what was the thinking behind that?
I wish I knew myself. I don't know. I like, Griffin Park, amazing. Like, I love Griffin Park. The only ground with 4 pubs on every corner. It's quite historic. My whole childhood was there. Then moving to the G-Tech. Obviously, like you said, I think it's 17,000. Griffin Park was 12.
Sorry, maybe that's Loftus Road is like 14. But but still, it's a very small amount for a Prem stadium.
It's a bit of a weird one. And it's in such a enclosed, like there's buildings all around. Like it's not even got potential to make it bigger. Unless you can add tiers, I don't know. But I remember reading years ago when they were like doing the permission planning and stuff. I think it can go up to...
times are fucking hard, bro.
Get the youth in.
Do you know what I mean? No, I already said what I would do. I'd have brought in Michael Carrick, man, and just started afresh, bro. Just fucking, yeah.
Score 0-0.
I think so, yeah.
2-0 Bournemouth.
Oh, was it 2-0, yeah?
Ivan Nielsen. I told you, Ivan Nielsen. Ivan Nielsen and Utara.
Really? I've got some.
Ivan Nielsen, the Brazilian striker.
Yeah. Who's for Porto?
No, mate, 2 times. It's hard, man. Trying to listen.
So what you said from the Bees to the Magpies, yeah?
Forgive me if I'm like wrong. Obviously, you're a bit of a diehard, but there's a lot of people that just go in there for a nice day out in Brentford along the, near to the river.
Yeah, there are, but like where I am, so I'm in the West Stand behind the goal. So in Griffin Park, there was the terrace, Ealing Road Terrace. So they basically, that's where like the most atmosphere is, the loyal fans. So they basically got everyone from there the option to buy a season ticket in the West Stand. So I'd say like where I am is all like loyal Bees fans.
Okay.
Then you get the one opposite us, right next to the away fans, is pretty much, I'd say a lot of neutrals go there. Like you just need a membership.
Just for a local, just to go.
Yeah, and it's kind of, and they're right next to the away fans. Like, I'd rather us be next to the away fans.
Yeah, cool. It makes more sense.
Like, I love being next to the
Arsenal is the family enclosure, and there was some kids. There was videos going around. Some kids absolutely winding up the Bolton fans. They're like grown like men, like 50-year-olds. Like, oh, you hear me outside to like some like little girl. Really, really funny videos. Do check out online if you can see. Well, should we move on to the Bees, to the Magpies?
It's looking peak for City. Gordon got a penalty, scored it, banged it.
Dive.
Oh, come on.
Dive for me.
They're your arch enemies and you're meant to say...
No, I'll say how it is. I don't care who is. I'll say how it is.
I mean, I think if he doesn't, go in to take that contact, then we're being like, well, you should have done that.
Probably.
It is a bit of an art. It is part of the modern game. We might not like it, but I think it is a pen.
Dive.
Yeah, I mean, look, there'll be some English players that are like honest and will, well, he is English, isn't he? Will jump over the ball. It's like some people will jump over the ball, but we're like, what's the point in that? Like you will get a pen, so why would you not do that for your team? Like you got to do anything to win, mate.
Especially against City, you're gonna go for that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But it was a dive. It's not down to him. He's won his team a penalty. Fair play to him. It's down to the officials to pick up on it. But whatever, you know what I mean.
If the keeper doesn't get to the ball, he's not like. I don't know. I didn't see it as a dive.
I thought it was a dive.
Do you think City's rattled now, though?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Rattled. Some of the comments.
Yeah.
City in trouble.
Rodri's a big man. Like,
100.
Probably their most important player.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in the interview, so Arteta was interviewed about Bernardo Silva's comments after the Man City Arsenal game about Arsenal in the dark arts. And then Arteta was like, "Oh, I've been there for 4 years. I've seen it all. I've seen everything." And then Guardiola was asked about it. He was like, "Well, what does he mean? He needs to be, he needs to be specific. Is he relating to the 115 charges?" And it's like, whoa, bro, how rattled are you?
So
like, you're talking about
yeah.
So like, man, that is guilt-ridden reaction there. So that was quite funny. But then, unfortunately, Arteta withdrew and put his head up his backside again and was like, I love him. I loved him since the age of 10, which is a bit weird. And yeah, just really backtracked. But I was hoping we were going to get a really feisty exchange between them two, but they reined it in.
They're too pally man. They're too pally.
They've grown from they've grown kids.
Yeah.
And Xavi as well, isn't it? So.
Barcelona and
since the age of 10. But yeah, they are rattled. It's fantastic to see. I don't think this is the start of a demise. I think they're going to be just as strong. But yeah, a little reality check for City, which was nice.
I think if City can get to January and be there or thereabouts, and then they can get another midfielder in who can a bit of a controller. You know what City are like in a transfer market. 9 times out of 10, they don't miss. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's still not Rodri. And like Ryan said, I feel like Rodri is City's most important player. For me, Rodri's the best midfielder in the world, probably the best player in the world for me. And what I mean by that is in terms of consistency, what he delivers, what he brings to the team. Man City are probably the best footballing team in the world, on par with Real Madrid and maybe 1 or 2 others at most. But City are probably the best in terms of football. but Rodri's their most important player.
Rodri is the best player in that position in the world, and his the record of when he plays is crazy. Yeah.
It's not a
When
coincidence.
he's not there, you see it.
It's not a coincidence.
And it started already. Thank God for that. And they got Fulham next. Their next Prem game's Fulham. All our boys are there. Let's see what happens. Boy.
He's loving life. Look, he's loving life.
Smith Rowe scores. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna be
We'll see.
Is he done for the season, Rodri?
Yeah, he's up for the season. ACL.
Oh yeah. It's meniscus damage.
I think it's both ACL and meniscus.
Yeah, it is.
That's that. You got no chance.
Yeah,
you got no chance.
Probably beginning of next season.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Shall we move on to the title contenders, bookies' favourites?
Chelsea, they're not.
No, but like we'll get into the Palmer thing. But like, let's rinse Man City a little bit more. And so much
you went to the game, didn't you? Boys went to the game.
Yeah, we was up there.
Yeah, we had a little date.
That was it. I heard you were getting. I heard you were getting asked for autographs, mate. I heard you did a bit of autograph signing.
You know what it was?
Outside the
You
ground.
were getting stopped in the street, like, hey, you the guy from
on the bench,
from
on
on
the
the
bench.
bench.
Nah, I was on the train home.
Humble
and,
yourself,
Some
yeah.
guys from Stoke asked to take a picture, and I was like, I'll be seeing the podcast and whatnot. So
For real.
yeah, pick up the fans as well, pick up the viewers, and without you guys, the shows.
Yeah, thanks guys. Nice to know that we got that reach out to Stoke as well.
Yeah, it's nice to know when you get a bit of love in it.
It's nice to know people listening, isn't it? Yeah, that all of this is
It's not
for
just our
something.
mums and dads listening to the pod. You know what I mean? We actually got some fans out there.
Yeah, no, it's good.
pretty
It's
cool.
good. So thanks very much
Pick up
to
the
everyone
viewers,
that
man.
tunes in.
And also, we forgot to do it last episode. We done the One Club, One Nation challenge, you could call it. And big up Ruiz, man. His team won the poll. Well, I won it, but they're saying my team can't be in it. So we're going to give it
Put
to
your
you.
own team in the competition.
Of course. My team was lit. I had to put it in there.
Big up Ruiz, man.
Big up
Well
Ruiz.
done,
Yeah,
bro.
big up
well done.
Ruiz. Much better than my team, but yeah, well done
came
for everyone
second
that participated. First out of the fans.
Yeah, but boom. Arsenal, Leicester. Big game, though, man. I've been dying as well, to be at a game where it's like 2-2, 90th minute, and we score. I've been waiting for
Bit squeaky bum, and it was literally squeaky bum for me as well. This guy is so tall. Literally, I've got a video. There is literally no leg. Like, there's no leg room. I'm on the luckily, I was on the end seat of the aisle. Like, this guy's just splayed out. Yeah. How tall are you, by the way?
6'3".
Yeah. I felt the full force of that.
Oh
mate.
my God. You've got about 5 yellow buttons, bro.
No, but it was very it was funny at half time, sorry, because there's quite a few jokes next time. At half time, he went and got a hot dog and he asked for onions. He asked for onions.
They had no
They're like,
onions,
There's no
you know.
onions ready. It's the beginning of half time. Why are the onions not ready? Like, I think you should write to Arsenal and complain.
Onions take 45 seconds to boil up. They had no onions with us.
Mate, that was some plain looking
Should write to
sausage.
Arsenal Football Club, mate. Write a complaint. Get
Mate,
some
how
free
much did it
tickets.
cost as well? Was it like 20 quid and no onions?
£8.50
Just a sad bit of ketchup, but I tell you what was good: the football. And I want to read some stats to you guys. Yeah, I know. We said we weren't going to go Arsenal heavy, but let me just say a couple of things.
We lied.
To the main title contenders, I would like to say. So, most shots by any team in one match across Europe's top 5 leagues this season: 35 shots, 16 on target. Wow, pretty decent.
Keep had a great game, to be fair.
He was playing.
Yeah.
well,
Oh my God.
He made some incredible saves.
What a performance. Yeah. Man of the match for me. That was very impressive. First team with more than 15 shots on target in a Prem game since December 2017.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
And first team with 10 big chances in a Prem game since September 2019.
Do we miss Odegaard?
Battered them.
Well, those are the games where you
Apparently
really, well, exactly,
Apparently not.
and it shows. And on that matter, Marino's back in training. He'll be in the squad on the weekend, so that's
player,
quite
yeah, good
exciting.
player.
And then we really won't miss him. Yeah, you were saying he's a
question.
little bit clumsy on the ball sometimes, Party. But I think he's being. I don't know. It's a tough choice for Arteta.
I think he needs to come out the team a bit because he does give the ball away in dangerous areas. He's moving a bit Xhaka-ish. Like Xhaka used to give it away in that dangerous area. And you think,
I think you were talking about the Deadwood stuff earlier. I think Partey might be one of the next to go.
He's gone.
Not just of on the pitch, but because of
not just because of the on the pitch, but because of the off the pitch stuff that was leaked about him as well. I'm not throwing shots. I'm just saying what we've been hearing. You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully he is not, the R word, and he's like still there for a reason. And we have because otherwise you just get rid of him. You just, if you knew that was round the
I think
corner.
you'll be next to be
But like he's as a squad player, so someone that's had that experience at Atletico Madrid, he's a massive upgrade from El Neni. So he's going to play that El Neni role.
Now
If he's just waiting in the wings to do a job when we need him to, then that's how you win the major trophies. That's how you go the distance in the season.
That's true.
Can I just say, big up James Justin, man. That goal was.
The second goal. Wow.
That's the contender for goal of the season.
We
man.
had a good view of that.
Yeah. If that's like, I don't know, Lewandowski or I don't know, Harry Kane or someone that scores that, everyone's talking about it. You know what I mean?
It was a big
because it was like a fullback that scored it. But what a goal, man! That's
Do you know
incredible.
who else was good on that come on the youth academy player was first team.
Nwaneri.
Oh,
Yeah, he looked good.
live. He's
Lifted the crowd, which is electric. It's exactly what we needed.
I'm looking forward to seeing him play, man. I can see why we let Smith Rowe go and the other youth go.
Yeah, there's a plan. There's got to be a plan.
Yeah, he looks like the truth, man. He looks very good. But back to it, you didn't get to it. Is life for Odegaard okay? What do you think? Because I was having a little argument with people on Instagram. They done a post saying about Odegaard and Trossard. I said Odegaard's not really
those are the games where
a game-changing player. I don't think he's like a game-changing player. Anytime we're losing or drawing, Odegaard don't ever come and change.
What do you think?
The game.
What do you think?
What do you think about Odegaard? Like, is he a game-changer?
How wide did you rate him?
Is he a game-changer?
I think he can control, dictate the play. He's technically probably one of your best players. I think technically on the ball.
Yeah.
But it's not someone, for example, you're going to miss when he's injured.
Yeah.
Like, you can easily replace. If Marino was fit, I think he'd just slot it in perfectly. I think what you're doing, kind of Trossard, Havertz, what they're kind of interchanging between
Yeah.
I think it works because Havertz is dangerous when he's running in behind.
Yeah.
And then you've got Trossard there. So I think it just gives you something different.
Yeah.
But I think Odegaard, obviously, you're missing it. He'll come straight back in when he's fit.
He's gonna play, but I'm saying we're not. You got
I
to
don't
think.
think it's not like a Rodri. It's not like someone, you know what I mean, that's gonna lose you games. I don't think.
Yeah.
I completely disagree. Sorry, I think that he would have made light work of that Leicester team, and we wouldn't have had that squeaky bum time towards the end of the game. I think he just would have dealt with the match. He just would have unlocked it. He would have made the difference. I think he's absolute class. You can see passes, sort of Ozark
he's world
stuff.
class though. That's
I do think he's world class.
He's not world class. He is.
I do think he's on that subject.
What's a world class moment from Odegaard? Apart from that Chelsea game when I think he was out of this world. What's a world class moment?
It's the look of him to that. Hello, darkness, my
It's been a few weeks. He
When
hasn't been
just
there,
said into
mate.
the air, like.
Go on, what's a world class moment?
Mate,
for
everything he does is world class.
Listen.
Everything he does,
Look,
like
what
on the
I would
ball,
say about Odegaard
his
is
passing range.
Get out of here.
I think a lot of you guys
You've
are
got high
focusing on.
standards.
I think you're focusing a lot on the ball. Off the ball, he's really good. Odegaard. He presses. He's actually the trigger. I've noticed he's actually the trigger for
He
Arsenal.
annoys me.
Yeah, but that's you
When you're
personally,
drawing, see you're creative. He's our creative source, yeah. When we're
But
drawing,
he is a creator.
Yeah,
He's
no,
the
but I
top
say, when we're
creator.
drawing or losing, you look for him to create something. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the most annoying player in that moment. He does the wrong pass. He's last. His decision making is terrible when it
I
counts.
disagree, man. I think Odegaard's.
You're not watching us.
I listen. I watch a lot of your games.
Oh
Believe
my
me.
God. You're an Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
How
okay.
many? When Arsenal's drawing or losing, how many times does he do the flick or these no-look passes at the wrong time? He doesn't, or he won't shoot. He does it all the time, man. And he's jarring.
Okay, they're not shooting thing. I'll agree.
The not
he's
shooting
annoying.
thing is definitely, yeah.
He goes to pass it. That's decision making. He's come on, man.
There are plenty
Yeah,
of
but-
times where he could shoot and he just...
And he's doing the part, and then
And
the pass
someone
goes
who's not even...
nowhere.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's barely available for the...
There
do know
you
what I
go,
mean?
thank
He does
you.
do that quite a lot.
You were slagging off Martinelli
He is
last
quality,
week,
though.
mate.
I don't rate Martinelli like that. He's
Yeah, but
not
Martinelli
world class.
got a goal and an assist. So can we
And
just
then he
like
skied
discuss?
it. And then he skied it off.
He's starting to pick it up. Martinelli's starting to pick it up. But
Martinelli-
I think you can do better on the left.
He seems like a confidence player for me at the moment because he's young, Martinelli.
It's
He's a
definitely his confidence,
player.
but
Yeah.
I would start Sterling over Martinelli.
I think I would too.
I
I
agree,
think
I
I would
agree.
I'll
too.
definitely
agree.
go Sterling.
Send him Fulham.
All right, we're gonna jump off Arsenal for Frank has a heart attack.
Cheers.
We're gonna jump into Chelsea Brighton game. The boy Cole Palmer, man.
We were.
What a player.
What a player, man.
What a player, honestly.
It's chilly outside.
How did he not start in the Euros? I don't even get me started.
Yeah,
That's your boy. That's your guy. That's why.
Hey,
He's
listen.
Southgate's biggest fan.
two
That's why.
finals, mate. Two finals, man.
Yeah, no
Respect
trophies.
bar.
No trophies.
After
Yeah.
last
What a
season,
trophy.
how did he not start in the Euros? I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, at least-
I
at
can't
least-
defend Southgate on that.
at
Like
least
that
come
guy
on.
is world class.
At least come on as
Cole
the
is
first
world
sub.
class.
Yeah. Nah,
It's mental.
he's quality, man. Do you know what I love about Cole Palmer? he's so like just cash, like, and what I mean,
he's cold.
Do you know what I mean? And even he's cold, and even in the interviews, he's just like a lad. He's just like, whatever, you know what I mean?
He's a lad / yardie. I see some. He's dancing to some dance. Yo, big up,
Yeah, he's a once in a generational talent, and but I'm gonna say something now. I think that he's better than Foden. What do you guys reckon? I think he is better than Foden.
Everybody went silent. What's happened, man?
Right,
go on, Frank. What do you reckon? No, because I don't want anyone to.
Go on.
I think it's too early to call him better than Foden. I think he's only had look. Obviously, at City, he looked good. You could see, but obviously Foden was ahead of him. And I feel like obviously Foden was Player of the Year last year. You know what I mean? Obviously, Foden's had a slow start to the season because Pep rested him after the Euros and everything. And it's not like Foden doesn't score hat-tricks. You know what I mean? Foden's had a few hat-tricks for City himself. Palmer's, look, in terms of form not at the moment, but in terms of form and ability, there's not much between them at all. They're both quality, unbelievable players. They're actually very similar as well in terms of they can play from the right, they can play as 10s, they're both left-footed, can use their right foot. But I'd still go Foden edges it for me at the moment. Still, even though he's not really playing as much, I just think Foden, he's done so much for the last 4 or 5 years for City.
I think Palmer gets more goals.
I think Palmer's more clutch. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll carry a team. Like Chelsea, he carries them. He'll score out of nothing. He'll create. Same with Foden, but Foden's more. I think technically Foden's got more. Do you know what I mean? Like the IQ of the game, intricate passes.
Yeah.
But I think Palmer, like, is just more clutch. Goal scorer, can create. Like, do you know what I mean? He's got a bit of everything. Can carry a team. I don't know. It's hard, man.
Yeah,
Do you think City regret?
100%.
Oh yeah, and then they bought Doku for 60 million. They sold it for like 45 million. That's 116th charge there, man. Like, what is going on there? That is absolutely ridiculous.
I can't choose between them. I think
tough.
Foden still, just because bit more longevity, like you said, Player of the Year. I don't know. I love both.
I don't think you can really judge them. You know, I think they're two of the same players, really. I think if you put Foden in that Chelsea team, I think he can do the same thing. You know. Without all them other big names around him, he's going to be the vocal point more, and they're going to go through him, and I reckon he'll run the team as well.
I think it's time for another poll from the viewers. We'll let them decide who's better, Foden or Palmer. But what I would say is you guys have made some very good points, and that perhaps Foden is under shackles, you know, playing under Guardiola in a very rigid system, so he can't express himself as much as Palmer.
I mean, you look at what Pep's already doing with Savinho.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I saw a bit of him at Girona last season. He's taking players on now. He's like he's going to take a beat man and he's cutting back and playing it off. Same with Jack Grealish.
Yeah, same thing.
You know what I mean? So that's a very good point. To be fair, you are restricted.
Little stat view. Obviously, Cole Palmer is the first ever player to score 4 goals in the first half of a Premier League game. So hats off to him.
Fair play, man.
Pretty sick. How old is he?
22.
What were you doing when you were 22?
I'd rather not discuss it on the pod. To be fair, mate.
I don't know, boy.
It's a family place.
Do you know what I was doing at the age of 22? I was doing promo work. I was handing out Lurpak for free to people in Victoria Station in the bloody cold. I was handing out Lurpak, spreadable Lurpak.
Before we move on, though, the free kick. You see his free kick?
Incredible. That was
the audacity.
Yeah, come on, man. Got Mr. Goals, man. Crazy.
Chelsea, man, like, what's going on?
We haven't even spoke about Chelsea, really. We just spoke about Cole Palmer.
Well, he is Chelsea. I mean, like, especially last season. I mean, it was literally just him.
Back end of last season, they look good, and they've carried it on this season. Listen, Chelsea, I was listening to the radio. I was listening to TalkSport, funnily enough, a couple of weeks, a few days ago, and they were talking about our Chelsea title contenders. Now, I don't think they are, and the reason why I don't think they are is because for me, if you want to be title contenders, you need to have a very good goalkeeper and 1 or 2 very, very good defenders. You know what I mean? I don't think Chelsea have got either
at the moment. One of the worst keepers in the league.
Literally, literally.
He had some howlers. He had some real howlers, actually. I'm glad you mentioned that, actually.
But Chelsea look like they can outscore any team in the league. Like, I'm not even joking. Even City or Liverpool, I can't wait to see Chelsea play these teams because I just want to see them on the counter. Against teams that give you space, like, you know, I think Chelsea can beat City, for example, this season. You know what I mean? Just because they've got so much. I mean, you look at Jadon Sancho; he looks a different player.
Yeah,
he looks a different player.
I was about to mention.
Did he like a post of the 4-0 victory? Sorry, the 3-0 victory against you guys yesterday? He liked it.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
He can't wait for Tottenham to get sacked.
Yeah. The thing is, there was one when Chelsea won a penalty. He's gone through. He stopped the ball. centre defender, played a 1-2, and then won the penalty. And that's just Dortmund Sancho. And I was just like, you know what? That's the player that we signed.
Yeah, I think technically, like if he was still at you guys, I think he's your best winger.
Technically, but not. So. I just, you know what it is.
Obviously, it wasn't. He couldn't play.
He just doesn't suit our tactics. Doesn't suit our style.
Rashford technically.
No. Technically, it's debatable. But you know what it is with Jadon Sancho. I said to a couple of my pals who are Chelsea fans, the way that Chelsea play. Especially on a counter, they expose the space well. And Sancho's a very intelligent footballer. He's very, very smart. And he knows when to sort of push the ball. He knows when to pass the ball. He knows when to release it, when to shoot. He's very, very intelligent. So he will expose that space. And if you look at Chelsea's players, Madueke, Nicholas Jackson, Mudryk, Pedro Neto, they all do everything at 100 miles an hour. Yeah. Sancho is more, like Cole Palmer, they're a lot more chill. They're a lot more calculated in what they do. That's why they bring something different. Do you know what I mean? That's why I think he'll be very, very good for Chelsea.
They got a lot of players, but they do have a nice balance, though.
They have. They have.
Which is crazy. You know, what a job Maresca's doing to out of all of that to do what he's doing.
And Caicedo looks like a different player this year. I think he's been very good this season.
Yeah,
even
showing his worth.
He's been better.
He's been good, man.
Yeah.
Well, one last thing about Chelsea, which I've just like noticed is all this money they've spent. Where is the shirt? Why is no one sponsoring the shirt? Like, don't you need that money? Like, what is going? Like, it looks quite sick, the kit, without a sponsor. You know, we would all love to not have a sponsor. You know, it's quite a cool kit. I would say that, but you've spent so much money. Why have you not just got an airline on there to help pay the bills? Like, come on, what is that about? That's weird.
They're just showing off in it. They don't need a sponsor. Spending all this money.
These Americans are crazy, man.
Yeah, honestly, they're nuts.
All right, cool. We're going to move on to the Liverpool-Wolves game. Wolves-Liverpool game, should I say. Liverpool 1-2-1. Are they title contenders?
Yeah. They're up there.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think Frank made a good point the other week that they'll falter off towards the end, which I firmly believe as well. But we absolutely have to take them seriously in the meantime. They're definitely title contenders.
Second place or third?
I think they'll finish third. Like I said last week, and Marco pointed out, I feel like, don't know if you agree, but I feel like it'll be Arsenal and City neck and neck with Liverpool. And then with 3-4 games left, I feel like Liverpool fall off.
Do you feel like with Rodri out, there's still
City will still be there.
Second, City will still be there. Rodri out,
definitely.
You never know, man. Without Rodri, honestly,
they're going to drop a lot of points,
over the course of a whole season. Honestly, I don't know.
They will still be stronger than Liverpool.
City, you're talking about.
They got so much going on in the background as you just don't like. I don't know. I just feel like you just don't.
It's going to be identical to last season. The top three. Maybe Arsenal will hopefully win the league, but it's between them two for first and second, and then I think Chelsea are a wild card for fourth.
So you reckon what?
I'm gonna stick my neck out here, guys.
No. I'm
gonna stick my neck out here. I don't think United are gonna win the league this season. I just got a funny feeling this season. It's not.
Which one is it?
Which one is
it?
I don't know to give him the yellow. I know the blue one. All right, wait.
Bomboka! Red card.
No. More seriously, I said that we'll finish top 4. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
You are going to be in the minion suit, my friend.
It's not going to happen.
I think if you get rid of Ten Hag, maybe.
Even then, it's not going to happen. We've already lost 3 games, man.
I think that's the only way. With him, I don't think so.
So you're going to wear the minion suit for Halloween then?
No, that was a different bet. Don't try it.
It was the same bet?
No, it wasn't the same bet.
Oh my God.
It wasn't the same, but this guy, that video has not got that many views. It was a 50k view video.
Listen.
Didn't get 50k views.
I ain't done finished promo in it, bro.
You keep saying that every week.
He's putting wages behind to get it up the algorithm.
He's doing overtime at work.
Overtime and all sorts. You're getting in that minion suit, mate. So what? Liverpool's doing well though, man. What's going on with Nunes as well? He's just benched. Reckon he might be out. Do you reckon?
Yeah, he was ill this week. He was ill this week.
Oh, okay.
We should get him on the pod.
Jota got 2 assists.
He's been rolling with Frank. That's why he's flipping all ill, isn't it?
I'm still not fully recovered, man. Yeah, Jota.
Well, 1 assist and 1 of the penalty.
There was a debate about the red. I don't think it was a red card. The one on Lamina, the foul on Lamina when he catches him on his ankle.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of talk about was that red card. I think yellow card. That was worse than the Bruno. That was worse than Bruno Fernandes one, by the way. Just
Bruno's one's a joke. Sort it out.
Yeah.
He was ready.
I don't think they can overturn it into a red.
Yeah. No, I think they can.
No, but I don't think.
Oh, no, they can't. Yeah. Now they can't.
It's not that crazy to do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into Fulham, my second team now this season, I believe.
The big rivals to Brentford.
And my second team. I need to get a Fulham top still. Smith Rowe in the back. That's my guy.
Mate, the Fulham top's really smart. Actually.
No, it won't
nice
be.
top.
I might get one actually. Am I allowed to wear a Fulham top? You reckon? Is that pagan?
You could do what you want, mate.
Would you reckon? Would you be upset with me?
No, I mean, I would be evens after I said I was happy for Solanke the other day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was bad. That was not bad. Arsenal fan saying he's happy for a Spurs player.
Wow.
Twerking for Solanke. Come on.
It's going well for him though. I did call it. I did say it would be a good
scored- he
signing.
dunked
It
on
is
us
going well
yesterday,
for him.
yeah,
Yeah. I
That's
wish
a-
I could take it back. That's
That was a
video.
big win for Fulham, though, away to Forest.
Yeah, Forest have been decent this
First
season.
game, the Forest lost as well, isn't it? So
Is that the first defeat?
yeah, it's the
might
first
be.
defeat. Yeah, I think it was.
They've had a good start to the season.
yeah,
Yeah.
Decent.
Forest are looking like a good team, and so for Fulham to beat them, that's really
Do you know what they
impressive.
look like? They look like the old Wolves. Do you know when Wolves are
Literally,
tough to
yeah.
go
Nuno-
to? Yeah,
Nuno's
Nuno.
old
It's
Wolves.
his team now.
He's bringing it over there now.
Decent gaffer, man. Honestly.
Yeah. I
Decent.
think he's all right.
Give
Yeah.
him a bit of time. At first, he was a bit. I think Forest fans didn't like him.
Yeah. But
Bit of time.
he kept them up.
Yeah.
He kept them up last season. He done well.
I'll be saying Fulham. Reckon Fulham will get European football this year. Are they going to be the underdogs for it? You know, there's always that team that. Remember, West Ham look like they might be out.
So let's look at the table.
Is it going to swap over to Fulham?
I can see like Brighton, Newcastle,
Newcastle, yeah.
Villa, all better than I don't know. Yeah.
There's just so many
You
good
never
teams
know,
now,
they're
isn't
on
it?
a- they're
There's
on a
just so
good-
many good teams in the league.
There's so many like it's like
Solid
good.
teams.
There's no like middle ground. I don't just.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
either good or bad.
That's why it's just the best league in the world. It literally is. I know, we say
No,
it,
it
but
is, it
it
is.
actually is
Yeah.
because there's just quality everywhere. Every team is so hard to beat. It's not like the old
competitive,
days.
I feel like the recently promoted teams this season, last season, have just been so bad. Like, do you know what I mean? They're not even.
Didn't all three go down last season?
Yeah, all three.
Yeah.
All three
But the
went
season
down.
before they all stayed up, didn't they?
That
All three stayed up the season before. I'm sure they did.
Who came up?
I'm sure they did. I can't remember now, but
Maybe.
yeah, I'm sure they
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
And then
well,
last season,
definitely,
all three went down.
Yeah.
Certainly rare that
But
happens.
yeah, well-
By the way, Bournemouth are winning 3-0 at half
3-0
time
now,
against
Fair
Southampton.
play, yeah. So Southampton are
If
struggling,
anyone
man.
cares.
Bournemouth are a good team.
What's
I
your
like
bet?
their
Even
gaffer.
we beat Southampton.
Brother, you're asking for it, man. You're asking for it. We got to wrap out. We're nearly in the hour's done. Do you want to mention the Everton Palace thing quickly, the takeaway stuff?
Yeah, the midnight takeaway. No,
Yeah, the takeaways.
yeah, Everton v Palace. I mean, yeah, we've got to mention, as we said, Everton's first win of the season. So, do we think Sean Dyche can turn it around, guys?
Yeah.
Daesh.
Yeah.
If anyone can, he can.
Yeah, I thought they'd go down this season, to be fair, but Dwight McNeil, man, he's
Yeah,
a good
great
player, man.
performance.
He's a
Honestly,
good
he
player.
He's a decent little player.
Man United Academy, by the way.
Is he?
Bruv. He is. You're going to have to buy them a new button if you don't shut up soon, bruv. I'm going to break it.
But he'd be your best winger right now.
Bro, listen, we want Everton in the Premier League. Hopefully they
100%.
get taken over. They're obviously moving in out of Goodison Park into the brand new stadium. I hope that's in the Premier League for them, and I think that's a good buy for the owners if they can just survive the short term. I think the long term's looking really good for Everton, and they'll prosper.
Well, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, I think Palace were giving it large end of last season, though.
Well,
They
he
were
keeps.
saying European football. and
No
then-
one's made more changes than Glasner to his starting lineup. He does not know his first 11, and it's causing chaos for them because
Elise
they're very.
was-
That's a
Elise
big
was
loss. Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to
Massive.
jump into the fire round because we're
Oh,
getting
yeah,
close.
we've got to do the
All right,
fire
we're going to
round.
jump into Ryan's Brentford. Well, Brentford and the Legends fire round. So we're going to go. We're going to start with some Brentford players first. Not a lot, but hey.
Shall I do the Brentford players?
You going to do that?
I'll do the Brentford
I got you to
players.
start.
What am I doing here? Just
All right.
what's
So
going on?
who would you pick? Side Benrahma or Brian and Mbuema?
Right now, like just
just-
in general,
just, yeah,
Brentford,
yeah.
in Mbuema. Oh yeah, in Mbuema.
Okay. Christian Eriksen or Matthias Jensen?
Ericsson.
Yeah. He was good for you lot, wasn't he?
Yeah, class.
Ivan Toney or Ollie
Tony,
Watkins?
Tony.
Oh, you're just,
All
yeah,
day. All
just
day.
yeah.
I don't need to hear this.
How good was Watkins for you lot?
Unbelievable when we moved him up top.
Fair enough.
He was a left winger for us for years, and then moved him up top when Mope left. And
Okay.
then, yeah, class.
Ethan Pinnock or Christopher Ayer?
Oh, Pinnock.
Pinnock, yeah.
Pinnock's
Pinnock's good.
Elite. If Pinnock was a bit younger, he'd get.
Yeah,
elite.
yeah, I agree. You want to do yours?
All right, let's go. Zidane or Henry?
Ooh. Henry probably for me
I lie.
because I saw more of him live
Yeah.
than Zidane.
Okay.
And also for me, he's the best Prem player ever. So
Okay, fair enough. That's
going
different. I got slated in the comments for that. Xavi or Iniesta?
I prefer Iniesta.
Same.
God. Busquets or Rodri?
Busquets.
Scholes or Perlo?
Skulls.
Good man.
Vieira or King? There's two Arsenal fans.
And there's a United fan. Remember to put you on, yeah?
That's a hard one, man. I'm gonna go Keane.
Keane.
Good man.
Okay.
That's the United.
Bergkamp or Cantona? Eric Cantona.
Bergkamp, I think, just long
Iceman.
longevity.
What? Over
Cant-
Cannon?
I've already told you why
Nah,
Cantona
Cantona was
better.
elite.
I've already
Cantona
told you why
was elite.
Cantona's
Get
better.
off here, man.
Bergkamp was too technical, I think.
All right, that was the On The Bench podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that. Big up, Ryan.
Love, man. Thanks for having me.